maybe a paper from the Nigeria Population Commission. They go and get this paper from Nigeria Population Commission. They are again asked to go to Abuja to go and authenticate the same paper they got from a government agency. And when they come back here, we are again asked to come to your offices, the embassies, to come and again re-authenticate the same paper. This COVID is telling us that we need to care for each other. Our government needs to sit up. We need to stop making ourselves a laughing stock before other nations. So why are we asked to go and a document you get from a government approved agency, you are asked to leave your state, maybe somebody in Sokoto, somebody in Lagos, somebody in the East, you now have to go again to Abuja, go and pay extra money to go and authenticate that same paper. By the time you finish this, the person that is waiting for the paper here might die. So I am asking, with this COVID on the ground, madam, is there no way you as our rep, because an embassy is more or less the presidency in any other country, it is. Madam, you are here representing us. Is there no way we can curb all these things? So that like those who are going home now, we see them still go back home, they go and pay for their quarantine. But in other countries, these advanced countries, it's not like that. But if they are going to pay for their quarantine, they are going to stay in the hotels. Why is it that our hospitals are not well equipped so that they can stay in those hospitals? And with that, we can be able to use the opportunity to keep our hospitals going so that people will not be coming out to come up and treat themselves. It is also part of capital flight. Thank you, madam.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you once again. Well, I am not government. I am just a representative of government. So I will not be able to. I might not be able to answer you why governments are not renovating hospitals. But then I'll surely escalate your concerns to the ambassador, who would escalate it to relevant authorities back home. But then I'd like you to know that we cannot put COVID-19 patients in regular hospitals. You know that.
I know.
Because they will put other patients at risk of infections. And that is why new isolation centers are being built to isolate them there. If you know the infectious disease center in Lagos, I ran into the history of that place. The people that built that center, when that center was built in Ikeja, whenever it was built, it was built like in the bush, because it was really for infectious disease. They didn't want people transmitting these diseases to other people. It was civilization and development that made that center to be now in the middle of the city. Ideally, it shouldn't be so. So that is why we need to create new isolation centers, because COVID is highly infectious and we need to keep the patients there and, not risk other people catching it. So, yes, we know our hospitals are not in the best states at which it should be. But then, like I said, I'm not government. I know with what has happened in COVID-19 and considering a lot of VIPs that have died of it, I am hoping, just like you, it will be a clarion call for our leaders that we need to put these things in order. Nobody thought, in January this year, nobody thought we'll be in the situation we are in now. Not them, not you. We always thought, or the VIPs always thought, if there was any issues, they could just easily dust their passports and fly out of the country. But now COVID-19 is telling us differently. So just like you, I am hoping that this will be a clarion call for us to put our hospitals in order, and we do not have to leave the country to get better treatment. On papers, okay. I know that when I got here in 2017, once you bring your national population, once you bring your document from the National Population Census, National Population Commission, no one asks you to authenticate it anymore. But then, what did we get from that? A deluge of fake papers. People will sit down in their rooms in via whatever, via Casalina, via Orazio, via whatever, and produce fake papers, fake government papers, and wanting to use it to get documents at the embassy. They were embarrassing us because even Italian government started detecting that these papers were fake.
Sure.
So the only way to stop this deluge of fake papers was to have it authenticated. And there was no way they can authenticate a fake paper. So like the president says, if it's either the cup is half full of or half empty. Nigerians make it difficult for us to protect them because sometimes they just do things that, when you see some of these fake papers, you marvel, So when Nigerians bring fake papers, then we need to protect our integrity as an embassy. We need to protect our country. So they need to authenticate it for us to know that genuinely it was gotten from the right source. So that's it. It's really not our fault. But then Nigerians just don't make it easy to represent them sometimes.
Sorry, madam.
Yes,
I want
please.
to take a little bit back. You said when they come to the embassy, you find out that it is fake. Other people find out that it is fake. My question is this, just straightforward.
Yes.
If Nigerian Population Commission is there, Nigerian Drivers Federal Road Safety Commission is there, Federal Road Safety Corps is there, and other Nigerian agencies, their offices, I walk into those offices and get that paper. Why can't that same paper be authenticated by that same office to save time and then to show that that office has the same authority like that one in Abuja? Look at it this way, madam. I have a patient here who was very, very sick. He needs to get home. He hadn't any paper. He was about renewing his paper. And they asked for, some documents. He already sent for those documents. They came from their local government or whatever. He came to this place. Now we're faced with the issue of translating it by translator agreed. Here we call traductor agreed. It is government authorized translator. Now he translated it, but he told us that he cannot put his stamp on that unless we get a confirmation from the embassy that this paper is real. We went to our embassy. I believe that the embassy, being the face of the government here, would have taken that from us, called Nigeria or the so-called office that they called and asked, this serial number, does it exist? They say yes, or they fax it to them or scan it to them or whatever. Technology has made things very easy for us. When they see, they'll be able to tell you that this was issued from this place. Because I know of a case where somebody claimed to have gotten a paper from one office, but when the paper went back there, the same serial number has been reproduced 10, 15 times by several different people. What they said that we issued, the first one we issued, the name is Jide Okeke Ibrahim. So these other ones that are coming with these other names are not ours. Automatically the case is sealed. So What I'm saying, why can't the embassies do this than telling somebody here to still start contacting Abuja again? That is the same issue with passport. Somebody is renewing his passport, having a change of name, got all the newspaper publications, everything that is supposed to be done, showed it here in the embassy, and the passport officer is telling that person to start calling Abuja to follow his passport. He gives you a number of a friend, and the friend tells you to pay 100,000 extra before this is done. So what I'm asking, the same question I am asking, can't these embassies, your offices, madam, be able to verify and confirm any fake paper that comes? Just the way I just said now, I'm not kind of teaching you your job. You know your job more than I am talking. Sorry to use Nigerian police language. But I'm just saying, you know better what to do. Why not do this? And if you are able to spot those people coming with fake documents, you get them arrested. You deal with them. We are here. That is what our work is. We pass the message to other people. We publish these things on the newspaper. People will see this person went with a fake document. He was arrested at the embassy. And look at the way it is happening. So others will learn their lessons and stop it. Please, madam, can you help me out there?
Well, I'd like to say, I'm sure you know that I'm just a fraction of the embassy.
I know.
I neither deal with passports. We have an immigration attaché that does that. Neither do I deal with documents, sojourners and all that. We have a consular officer that does that. So I'm just a fraction of the embassy. But from previous experiences that I have had, having served in other Nigerian missions, the only government body per se that we're allowed to deal with directly as an embassy is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs back in Abuja. If I'm the consular officer and you bring a National Population Commission document to me, I cannot call anybody from National Population Commission. I can only send that same document to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja. They are the ones that will do all that legwork of confirming the authenticity of it because they are in Abuja. I cannot from Rome call National Population Commission or call VIO or call Road Safety, no. I can only call my parents' ministry, which is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And that is why it makes it easier. I know, so anybody that signs, that authenticates that document for you, we always have their signature in the embassy. When the person is changed, they send you, this is a new person's signature. So that is the only signature we recognize in the embassy. That is why you cannot authenticate those documents outside the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That is one. Number two, any documents, any Nigerian documents that is crossing the Mediterranean or crossing the border or crossing anything, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, that is why it's called Foreign External Affairs, is the only body that can authenticate such documents. By the time you start allowing every government office or local government office to authenticate documents that will be used abroad, you know the way our country is, it will surely be abused. So this has to be streamlined to, as long as it's going to be used outside the country, that authentication can only come from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They are the only federal government body saddled with that. So that's it. So like you said, so we don't duplicate function. We don't allow road safety to authenticate, allow publication commission. Let just one body just authenticate it. And that will reduce incidences of fake documents and all.
Thank you very much. Yes, the town hall meeting is really progressing well. I appreciate everybody's contribution. So we have a hand here again. Is that Madam Vivian? Vivian, is your hand up again? Hello?
No, please. Thank you.
The hand is up. Okay, take the hand down. There's a hand that is up there. Okay. Thank you. Yes. So more contributions, more questions. I want to just say this. It is high time Nigerians in Italy begin to understand that the more united we are, the more we can be progressive. The attitude of thinking that pulling down the leadership now, the leadership will help anybody is a misconception. The more united we are, the more we will move on progressively. NUNAI has begun to have value. My observation as a pressman, as a journalist, I'm seeing the association called NUNAI as a valuable organization. And that is where we are trying to go. That's the path we are trying to create. So that path can only be created also if we can all understand how to cooperate together, how to leave these animosities and these bickerings, that leads us nowhere. It takes nobody anywhere. A lot of people will tell you that there is always opposition now. So we buy into the concept that in everything there has to be an opposition. And when you look at it, the whole opposition thing still dives into headlong nothing. It brings nothing out. So NUNAI is beginning to have value in Italy. I'm observing it. I'm watching from my corner, and I'm seeing real, tangible things being structured. I'm seeing things that can relate to the normal existence of organization, be structured. This is what we want. This is what we desire. Yes, we understand that. Okay, let me finish, please, my brother. Yes, we understand that the number of Nigerians here, there are a higher number of Nigerians that are illiterate and are not too grounded with, they are not enlightened. Yes, we understand that. But you see, once the structure is solid, then we can carry those people also along. So
Mark,
it's just a small take while we continue with the question. Yes, sir. Mr. You're open, sir. Yes, open your phone.
Yes, good evening once again. Mark, sorry I was about to cut you short because yes. I don't want us to start giving undue attention to some issues that are not that are not necessary. Now, that does not mean that what you're saying is not important. It is. But
I just said that also because I'm seeing something. There's a post on the.
No. I'm getting there.
Okay.
That is why I say there is an undue attention because we are here to talk about the important things that concerns Nigeria in Italy and all over the world, and not some of the few dogmatic politics we are having. It's an internal something, and I don't want the world to start looking at us. It's synonymous to every organization.
Okay,
what is going on. Okay. There is politics everywhere, no matter how small it is. So we welcome those who feel they can be able to bring down NUNAI, which I even think is impossible. And what is a little bit comic about the attitude of these people is that most of them are leaders. All of them are leaders in their various provincial associations. And if you look very well into their association, you will find nothing but it's disastrous. So this is not the issue of voters that are criticizing the president or the legislators. It has to do with the president of an association having problem with the national level. So it's a different type of game. And I wouldn't want us to give it an undue attention here because tell you the truth, that is what they are looking for.
Thank you, sir.
Let us move forward, please.
Yes, there's a hand up here. Funding Forex. You're open, sir. It is yes, open up.
Are you talking to India Yusuf from France?
Okay, sir.
Yes, I know because I handed my hands are up. Well, frankly speaking, I am just here, you know, by chance because I have a tumor who is part of you, who knows you better. So I think I have the opportunity to be able to sort of participate in this thing, you know, lately, and I hope I will be able to participate as from now because what concerns Nigerians, I feel concerned. I'm a Pan-Africanist, and I think when you are in Europe, every black man has the right. We owe it to each other, to our various countries, to stay together because we are attacked from every angle. It's only we Nigerians who don't even know what privilege we have to be Nigerians, and at the same time, when we are outside, we have to be the ambassadors of everybody is supposed to be an ambassador of his own country. From the way we behave here, our Madam, the ambassadoress was saying that there are so many forged documents and all those things. It is true that when you forge everything, you cannot accuse the embassy or the people who are not taking to your sides. So what I'm just saying is that we Nigerians, anywhere we are, we have to be proud of ourselves. We have to be good representatives of our country, so that at least other people look at us, try to respect us. We have to respect ourselves. So we really have to know that as most of you have been hammering it, that togetherness, we cannot fall. When we are together, we cannot fall. But when you are an individual, I mean, anybody can come and slap you and go down. So now we say many things to our people. Well, I live in France for so many years. So we have been telling the younger generations that are coming here, this is what to do. These are not just, it's an advice, a daily advice. But when you tell them the truth, they will never see you again. When you talk of organization, some of them will think that maybe you are trying to organize, you are taking something out of it. So I congratulate you people to have put this in across. And I happen to now I'm participating in this conference, this audio conference. We have so many technologies that can allow us to talk to each other like this free of charge. So I think I'm happy to have, sort of to have participated this evening.
Thank you very much.
I hope it will repeat itself, and now maybe we can be talking, cross-checking each other, talking to each other through this means. You don't need to travel. You just stay in your room and you talk. That is very wonderful. So I know I think we can be sort of from now we can know what are the problems we are having in each country in Europe. I mean, the embassies are there to help us, but in many cases we don't always receive the help that we are asking for. It is true that many Nigerians can be very dubious, but not all Nigerians are dubious. And in a way, when you come across, when you go to the embassy, as I've said it just some few minutes ago, and sometimes you talk to your brothers, we are all Nigerians, and the way some of them look at you as if you are just from heaven. So this is it. So we really have to, I'm sure if we stay together, all Nigerians outside Nigeria, I mean, our embassies will have to listen to us. Because they are there for us. That's all. Because these are the people who can talk to, not Buhari, not Minister of External Affairs, Oema. So these are the people who can talk to. So I'm appealing to Your Excellency in Italy. This is very exceptional, because I could remember when we went to Paris to meet the ambassador. She only gave us only 1 hour. I was thinking that she was going to be here this evening to talk to her. So, and this madam ambassador, she's still here and talking to us. So thank you very much. I agree. I appreciate it. So I'm happy. I don't have to take your time. We hope to talk to each other again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Sorry, can I just say, I am not the ambassador. I am only the representative of the ambassador in Italy.
Okay.
So I also want to say that hopefully our next town hall meeting we will be having the representative from France and from Portugal. So stay tuned and keep in touch.
Hello, Mark, before you close. Hello.
No, we are still on. We're not closing. Go ahead, sir.
Can I say something?
It's up
Can
to
I say something?
All right, sir.
I would like, first of all, to honestly, unequivocally thank Mr. Ida. If I'm wrong, correct me.
Inda.
I will get to know you, will drop your number.
Yes.
You know, upon my assumption as the national president, I did a lot of what I would call outreach. I've reached the Nigerian representative in the United Kingdom, Dr. Boma. I've reached out to Mrs. Arika from the Netherlands. I have not had the opportunity, but I know the NIDO representative in France. And let me tell you that the last few months of our coming on board, we had what is called the Nigerian Italian Business Forum. If I'm correct, the ambassador there is a lady. The ambassador of France is a lady.
Yes, she's a lady, yes.
Well, she participated. She came the same day on the second day with the ambassador of Portugal. Yeah. We had 5 ambassadors and so on. And I will suffice also that this representative of the embassy of Rome, who is speaking to you now, was the lady who went in to Switzerland to draw a template to which that success we made. You know, let me tell you something, and also for the benefit of our people who are listening, just like the PRO said, we don't wash our dirty linens outside. And me, for once, as a person, is not afraid. The team I work with is not afraid, right from the top to the bottom of the executive elected. The Nigerian Union now, you have by 2018 brought a new template and a new flavor. That is why you see all of them struggling and talking, I want to do something. We're not afraid. We create a room for somebody to what? To be comfortable. Before us, there were people. After us, there will be others. It is the philosophy I adopt. I don't adopt but the point is this, I'm a guy who understands how it means to listen to people, but adopt it. That's why they said a great king listens to the feelings of the people, but he follows the wisdom of the heart.
That is it.
Yes, because all the people who are talking, when the chips are down, you will remain alone. And you know, when they say leadership, it is in small things that you're giving and the way you do it and do it well that will determine how you can do big things when they come. And that is the definition of greatness. Greatness is simply defined by the small things, but in the way you do it, that makes it great. Greatness doesn't come from nowhere. Some people just come to tell us that Nigerian leadership in Italy should just wake up and become magicians. And they want them, I don't speak for embassy, but the cream of leadership I have now, they have their fault. But one of the person who is speaking with you as the representative today, wherever she is, I must give her kudos. Nobody knows her. It is somebody, when you interact with her, you can see that she's an epitome of knowledge, not just humility, like you said. She can stand her ground though, but she's full of, she's full of action-packed. She doesn't take nonsense. So when you say, you know, people think humility is when you say sa, sa, sa. That's not humility. That is what is called eye service. Humility is in the ability for you to discharge a duty with empathy and understand that subconscious mind that these are human. That's what's called humility. People define humility. Think that when I'm coming to serve you, I lick your legs. That's what's called humility. No. And Samson Hodge is not part of that kind of theory. So delete me there. But I feel human feelings. In the course of this COVID, because I want to go back to the topic, the executive of NUNAI has helped Nigerians who are stranded with cash, with palliative, if you must put it that way. We don't come to announce that. Because if we announce it, we create room for other people to rush, and we don't have such resources. The same embassy, while we are speaking during the convey, we are people who are stranded. If I tell you now, some of the Nigerian leadership who are claiming to be leaders, we are asking the embassy to help them. They can't feed their family. In the embassy, their wisdom give money. Is it what will come to announce on the public domain? No. And I agree with you, Mr. that when you say, you know, there is a word, it says, when Jesus came, he says, I am from the world, but I'm not of the world. There are two different phrases.
Yes.
You are made up from the world, but you cannot be a product of the world. That is if you truly want to change a situation, not the APC change, the reality change. That's what I'm talking about. Some people have decided to create the Nigerian community to become APC and PDP. We are waiting for them, just like PRO said. We are waiting. The end justifies the means. I want to thank the embassy representative for making out her time. Maybe some of you don't know that that woman comes from the Nigerian Intelligence Agency. That's a very sensitive thing. There are classified things you don't need to know, but she is there. And people come to grandstand. So in this COVID, it has taught us a lot of lessons.
Yes.
And I can give kudos to the president of Nigerian community, Napoli, a man full of knowledge. And that is what I call humility. He might be a soft-speaking man, humility. We have them in Geneva. Those who came against when Nigerian issues, when they ship them, they will stop them. People like Piggy in Geneva, they came, and we are calling my consciousness. How do we go about this that is affecting the Nigerian? You know, people don't know. They think Nigerian here is all about passport and paper. No. The essence of the embassy established in Nigeria, in Italy here, is to improve the bilateral understanding of this country, improve relations as economic development, then the citizens' diplomacy will come in. And that our embassy is saddled with a lot of countries. It's unfortunate also, like the PRO said, the knowledge base of the people we have here is also an issue. But there is, the Bible says, do we stop in sin so that the grace of God can multiply? The answer is no. If you go to the embassy, you see the quantum of Nigerians who connive with people from Ivory Coast, Ghana, and some other surrounding countries to come and inherit our passports.
This is true.
No, they're here. I'm talking evidence. I don't talk gossip. I talk evidence. And when I look at what they show me, I say, wow. But how do we now solve the problem? A new approach will come in. Go there and see. The Italian government has videoed our embassy to look at it and threaten the ambassador that they will tell the Interior Ministry that they should not be honoring documents from Nigeria, that they are fake. So do you know that the current administration, under this lady you will talk about, Nigerians were printing stamps, forming stamps, and stamping documents. Nigerians were arrested. The same Nigeria we talk about. So some people come here, you see the truth, you turn blind eye. You want to cut corners, you want to sound good. I don't believe in that. I, for once, is not looking for documents, just like any other person there. But we come here for the weak, for those who don't have access to it, but we must do it and be seen to be done doing the right thing.
Thank you.
And also advise them to do the right thing. Don't come and always bring emotions to how you want to solve issues. When you finish there, the problem is waiting for the person at the long run. Then he will say, it is this my leader who advised me, because you didn't advise the person right. So I want to implore everybody here, wherever you are a leader. You know, people talk about leader. You must have to be a servant and follower to be a very good leader, not to answer leader by mouth.
Thank you so much, President.
Thank you, my brother.
Hands, so many hands up here. Let me take our lady first, Madam Evelyn. Madam Evelyn, it's on you now. Madam Evelyn, okay.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I was trying to applaud what Mr. Sampson is saying. I want to good evening to everyone in the house. I'm just coming back from work. I'm clearly disturbed. I don't know if you're hearing my voice very clearly. I wanted to applaud our president on what he was saying, because even as this exercise is still going on, there are so many Nigerians who have refused and gave Damas to us. They don't want to do the nationality. They are taking their certificate of origin to the police station, and the police is sending them back, telling them that these documents are not original, but they should go and get the original copy from the embassy. You can imagine. You can imagine what people are doing. We are here serving them, telling them what is right for them to do. They are busy going around, doing their own things, without even thinking what others are thinking. And if you said that the certificate you brought from the local government is not being translated to Italian language, so you take it to the police station, it's starting causing more confusion. Because if you get the nationality, it's easier for them, because in there is translation of the document. So I was trying to applaud our president on what he was saying. And I also want to use the opportunity to thank our representative of the embassy. Thank you very much, ma'am. I want to thank everyone in the house. It's nice to hear from you. I'm listening. My name is Steve Binaro from Ferrara, provincial.
Thank you.
So I'm listening to everyone.
Thank you.
Have happy weekend, everyone.
Honorable.
I'm sorry that my voice is bombarded. I'm in the steps, like you can see. I'm trying to enter.
Okay. So go in and continue. Put the phone by the corner and be indoors while we continue. So we have PFA, Funding Forex. I'm sorry, I called you before. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. You called me before someone else took over, so I just have to be patient.
I'm sorry. Sorry for that, please. Sorry, please.
I'm by name Ambrose Imadonyi. I reside here in Verona, and I'm a member of the Nigeria Association here in Verona. By the special grace of God, I'm the acting secretary of the Verona Association. I want to salute the idea behind this town hall meeting, and from whoever puts it together, the NUNAI, the body NUNAI. I want to say it's a good thing, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you everyone who puts this idea together. Also, I want to quickly say thank you to the embassy representative who took her time to be here. Even till now, she's still with us, I believe. And that is a very great assignment on her part. Not that she's not busy, but finding time to be here and still here with us. Thank you very much, Ma. I want to quickly throw two questions, and I think these two questions should go to her. From what we are getting here in Verona, from people who have applied for the passport, due to the COVID-19 struggle, a lot of things were put on hold in the embassy. And now that the measures a bit dying down and the offices are opening back again, I'm sure the embassy is back to function. Like some people that their passport is due for collection, their names have been put out that from the NUNAI chart, many names were released that people should come and collect their passport, and different days they have to come. Is it not possible, Ma, that these same people who apply for this passport and who passport are already ready, that the embassy can send them a text message? Because it's going to be difficult. Many of them are not on the NUNAI platform. If we print it or go and paste it in our own various locations where we do meetings, some of them are not even from our provinces. So I believe if it is possible, Ma, that text messages should be sent to these people that their passport is ready and the day in which they are to come to collect. That is one. And secondly, Ma, for some of those persons who apply, who were already due to come for the embassy for thumb printing, and these services were put on hold because of the pandemic problem, now that everything is over, some of them are still trying to call the number to get new appointment. And up till now, they have not been able to sail through. Is it that it is not yet open, ma, or is it that there's nobody to respond to these people for a new appointment for them to come and print? Thank you very much, ma. These are my questions and my concern for Nigerians living here in Verona.
Okay, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Phew. I thought we were going to be discussing COVID-19 and how it affects us as Nigerians living in Italy, which was one of the hotspots for the virus. But now it's looking like we are talking passport, documents. Unfortunately, I do not handle, neither do I handle the passport schedule, nor do I handle the document schedule. But then, yes, text messages to be sent out to those whose passports are ready. I would pass this message to the ambassador first thing on Monday morning. It sounds viable, but I cannot promise you anything. But I would convince him to let us go through that route and let us see if it will ease the pain of some people, since they have their phone numbers written down in their, what's it called, in the application. So let's see how that goes. I'll convey this message to him on Monday morning, or on Tuesday morning, sorry. Monday is a public holiday. Then, sorry, I lost my trail of thoughts. What was the second question again?
Yeah, the second one is still on the issue of the effect of the pandemic, ma. Because some people have applied before.
Oh, yes. Now I remember that question. Okay. You know, there's nobody that is particularly immune to this pandemic. And the person that will capture you and take your picture and all that is afraid of catching the virus too. So the embassy is trying to structure the immigration section in such a way that they will have, that's the immigration officer capturing you will have limited contacts with the people they are capturing. So that is ongoing. And I think that is one of the reasons why they've not been able to start capturing, because that place has to be COVID-19 compliant. We cannot do it the same way we used to do it, where we had a whole lot of people, you know, at the hall and all that. So I think some kind of infrastructure restructuring is ongoing so that the immigration officer will be safe and the person being captured will be safe. And, you know, now, if I capture you tomorrow, you will expect your passport in 2 months' time. You know, we are having issues with booklets. And unlike before, when we will have people either coming from Nigeria or going to Nigeria that could easily bring this booklet for us, now we're a bit handicapped with bringing in booklets. We do not want you to capture in July, and in September, people start complaining that their passports are not ready. So we want to capture when we have our booklets and when the infrastructure renovation of the passport session is fully done. Then we'll start that service.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the question and also for the answer. President Nsima, Vice President Nsima, sorry, you are opening your phone. Now it's on you, sir. Hello. Vice President. Okay, maybe his connection is not opening up. Okay, we still have more hands here. President, your hand is up also.
No, they can go ahead and talk. Other people can talk. No
Mr. Samson, okay.
Other people can talk. No problem. I'm listening.
Okay, whose hand is up again? Nsima called that he wants to talk. Vice President, it's on you now. Open your phone. Hello. Okay, we will not wait. Please, for next time, when the link is shared, for those of us that are complaining of not having enough coverage, please send out on your own page, on your followers. I did my best to put it out to most communities also. Our Monza community, Nigerian community Monza, I shared to them, but I'm surprised they are not here. So next time, please help pass the link. This is how we can gather the crowd for next time. And like I said, hopefully next time we are talking with the France mission. So we hope to have a representative from France and from Portugal. Thank you. So PRO.
Yeah.
Uche, yes.
I'm here.
The COVID situation is an issue. The COVID situation is a very serious issue. And the way it seems, some countries that began the corona pandemic are having a rebound. There is a return of the situation. Germany, for example, and this is affecting every of human activity, every part of human activity. Okay, somebody, excuse me, somebody's coming in. It's affecting every part of human activity. Now, what do we suggest? What do you think we can do in areas of, number one, areas of social, how do I put it? How do we interrelate with this COVID situation? How do we, because I know Nuna used to have, apart from your meetings, you used to have your end of year party, New Independence Day program, and some of these social events. Now, what do you think, what ideas can we bring in a situation where human beings might not be able to physically interrelate? What does Nuna have, for example, for next October 1st event, which I know is a major event for Nuna?
All right, thank you very much. Just like you rightly said, COVID-19, the Madam Yetunde said, nobody is immune to what is going on here. And it's a very terrible situation. And Nunai has been trying very hard from beginning, even though we are not announcing it, to help Nigerians here in Italy in a way and manner which we can be able to afford. It has not been easy. And let me tell you, Nigerians are actually hit very, very hard with this problem, because you have many of our citizens here in Italy are living day to day. Many of our citizens here in Italy are maybe they don't have a security of job. In other words, with this advent of this COVID, most of their companies they are working, some of them are closed down, and some of them have been able to release some of the workers.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to diverge from your question anywhere. What I'm trying to say here is that Nunai is more concerned with the health of our citizens and our members. Our health is what is paramount here. And the independence or Nunai Head of the Year Party or Nunai Congress or all those activities is currently on hold. I cannot tell you that this is what we are going to do, but we are in the world of social media, of course. So we are going to invent something as usual. I can't promise you, because we don't know what will happen in October. Just yesterday, the Italian Prime Minister refused to promise that the September the school will open on September. So if the government don't even know that the school will open on September, and Nuna, I cannot promise you of anything. So it's a very difficult situation, and we are just asking people, and just like you rightly say, we are having a rebound of this COVID-19 because people are beginning to misbehave, and that is the problem, because the leaders are going to take the fall. People are going to turn back to blame the leaders, and yet anytime you go on television, you see people, everybody want to go to Mars. Everybody want to go to sea, as if they will not survive if they don't go to sea tomorrow. See what is happening in America. See what is happening in China. See what is happening in Germany. The whole thing is turning back again because people are misbehaving, as if the world just ended. The world ended 2 months ago, and now they are alive. So it's the situation here is something. It's an individual solution when it comes to COVID-19. Everybody has to help him or herself. The social distancing, the wearing of masks, the washing of hands, and doing all kinds of things to be able to help us. So to come back to your question again, for now, everything that concerns Nonai celebration is on hold, and it will even be very difficult for you to obtain any available town hall. No commune, no local government here in Italy will issue any hall because, of course, in the embassy, just like the madam said, there are so many things that are not yet started just because they are trying to put up facilities that will ensure the social distancing. So we are not thinking of that for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, there's a hand up here. Mr. Chris Brown. It's on you now, sir. Open your phone, open your audio. If you think your background is noisy, you can just help. Mr. Chris, I think your network is where that noise is coming from. Okay, let's go to, there's another hand here again.
Can I speak?
Yeah, speak, okay. The network.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I want to commend the effort of the Schengen magazine that set up this platform. I'm very excited. I've been waiting for this kind of platform before to be able to share ideas because there are so many of our people that are quite ignorant and they need information. And during this COVID-19, I have been privileged to follow up several platforms here on Facebook, not on the Zoom. That is why I am of the opinion that if next you are trying to do something like this, someone like myself, I am connected with so many people that may need this kind of information. I was trying on a strategy to share this on Facebook for many other people to follow, but it was not possible. And I also want to say something. There is this honorable woman who came up, and I think she says she's the representative of the ambassador, and she was saying that they should not deviate from COVID-19 to talk about documents. But from my assessment and what we have seen, every document is always an issue, whether during COVID-19 or after COVID-19. So there has to be the possibilities whereby the embassy continues to make it even much more easier for the Nigerians to make it to be able to assess every possibilities through the embassy, because I think that's one of the greatest problems that they have been facing. And I also want to know is the national body thinking of creating a platform which can educate the common Nigerians on the street on a daily basis, not just because of COVID-19. COVID-19 is going to come and it will go. But after COVID-19, is there a laid down plan? Is there a sustainable plan, a follow-up plan as a national body that has been put in place? That's a question that I have. And like I said, next time, please make sure that you should create a Facebook platform, because on Facebook, when it is open, you would have seen that this page would have been much more engaging than it is now. And we would have had the opportunity, since we want to serve our people, we would have seen their frustrations, their questions, and we would have seen how we can relate this thing even to the ambassador and see the amendments that can be made for the benefit of the people. God bless you. That's all I have for now.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, the link is on Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's on my page on Facebook. But maybe my followers are not interested in following. And like I said, when you see the link next time, you share to your own page. You just put it out. We can't reach, we can't be all everywhere. It is the contact we have that spreads and we take it through. Thank you, Mr. Chris. So the honorables, the embassy staff and NUNAI staff, do you want to answer Mr. Chris?
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, I want to, in line with what the PRO has said, the Vice President, the NUNAI has executive and they're wonderful. Also, the moderator, I've been seeing the hand of Omeliko from Rome going up, but I don't want to interrupt further. He will talk, but the point Mr. Chris raised is fine. And Mr. Chris, I would like also to know where he's from. If he is based in Italy, that will be fine. You know, one of the visions of this administration was to expand our scope, not because some people don't understand what NUNAI even stands for. And they lump up the whole thing on NUNAI. Now, NUNAI is a coordinating central body that drives all the articulated concerns of Nigerian at all the provincial level towards either with our mission in advisory, also proposal, and also within in line and engagement with the host country. And therefore, the founders of those saw the vision that what earlier on the convener of this particular platform now is saying, that united we stand, divided we fall. If you look at the NUNAI membership of all the provincial, most of them they start at the same time. The NUNAI started as a student union movement. From the time from student union, Nigerians began to write. That's why I said, most people are saying this NUNAI because they don't follow NUNAI, they don't have the history. And when you come to hear the shenanigans they show, you begin to wonder, at what point do you want to really make yourself available to all these things? These things are not paid jobs. But I said, in every little thing you are given, we determine how much you do it and what the result of tomorrow when you are given a big thing. So Mr. Chris raised the point of looking at and educating the people. And one of the major bane of this country is to understand that the larger population of Nigerians resident in this country, the level of ignorance and level of education is very poor. Let's not add it. And I want to add that the representative of the Nigerian embassy today, who is here, was one of the advocates who had to, in collaboration with us, to talk with the London school, business school in Rome. Maybe some of them don't know. One of the things about the results of that business Nigerian-Italian forum brought was that the business school came to present, and we talked about them. I said, there is a way some people might not have the basic educational background. Can we begin now to look at certificate courses that can enable people to rise up their credit to enable them pursue formal education? Education is power. The reason why you have in some countries that are traveled around, London, US, and the rest, everybody there is already educated when you come to say that. But environment has a lot of influence it plays. And as such, you begin now to have people that can inspire you to move in and reward any effort you are making. Italy has one problem. The Italy system does not have a very big rewarding system, but you can make out something out of it. But what does a typical and average Nigerian go for? Where you want to make quick money. There was a program that came in 2017, and Nigerians were asked to go there in Europe, organized by one, I would call it an initiative program, meant for 3 months, those who wish to come back to their country. Do you know that in a few Nigerians that were called, and I was shocked, when I was called to a meeting, they were asking whether they were paying 10,000 euros. If they are not paying 1,000, who that will help? You know, when you come to say people are talking about how many outreach you want to reach to Nigeria, I will laugh at the person because he's trying to claim that he has Nigeria outreach and there is a link set. You cannot send it out to people who need it. But yet you will come to ask questions, who are you reaching out to? Everybody should do his bit, her bit, so that this thing can work. It is not all about one person. The person will come and go. And if you don't, what we call strengthen institutions or body, men will come and go. The body and institution will remain. And it begins to fall. So I like that thing Chris said. This administration came on a mantra of expanding to see Nigerians who are doing well, who are even tired to say they don't want to have anything to gather with Nigerians. If you people want to be honest, tell yourself, there are people who are Nigerians studied here, who are doing very well. When you talk about Nigerian Union, they say, no, I'm not interested. But we have to change the discourse. I can tell you that a Nigerian flies a drone in this country. I met the Nigerian in a course of interaction and engagement in Torino. A Nigerian is a school high teacher in Torino. A Nigerian gave birth to a Nigerian police who is here somewhere in Market. You have the Nigerians who are doing well in their labor union, who help to facilitate signing an agreement with the national labor union in this country for the benefit of Nigeria in their cities. The Nigerian leaders who claim they are leaders don't even understand what it means. And you want Samson to go and stand on the cross and be crucified so that you can understand how to benefit from it, my brother. So, Chris, that doesn't deter us from going further. We created a Nunai Facebook, seeing that we can leverage on social media. We saw Mark, who is the convener of this webinar, and people are killing us today. Why would we have him? All because of personal interest. Today he's convincing all of us interacting. And I believe it that somebody might say my voice is toned. I will beg to be pardoned because I had a complication as a child. But when I come out to say something, I say something because I see it far from what we are seeing now. And the opportunity of seeing this representative from the embassy, I can tell you I've learned a lot interacting with her. She's always invisible, but you need to go in and see how much energy and knowledge packed she is. And I will leverage on the women who are participating on this platform today, interact with her so you can learn more. I don't know, her tenure might be very getting close, or if not close to leave. And I think the problem with us as Nigerians, we don't know the value of what we have until we lose it. I think we should make deal with what we have now. The Nunai leadership that is not now cannot stay forever. Other people will come. So there's no need to hurry. And when you see people are always in Macbeth, in Shakespeare, the reason why Macbeth has a problem is that because he was passing with Macduff, and the witches told him that you are the clan of Cawdor and the clan of Themis and the king hereafter. He began to build a very inordinate ambition. When you hear the inordinate ambition going on, you ask whether is there money to share. And that is the word. Share the gala and share the blues. I am always telling you guys, man, we are Eurostar. We have moved and left our station from where you thought we are. If you don't go in with a moving train, I'm sorry. It will be too late. So Chris will continue to work on this. Education is very important. We are doing initiative programs, and I can assure you that those who are benefiting, that the Chisley partnership now has offered to train Nigerians in basic areas in agriculture, even given this sanatoria that is happening now. They are further engaging Nigerians. But how many Nigerians understand it? They want everything as they ought.
As they ought. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, thank you. The key word there is Nigerians. A lot of Nigerians in Europe feel they tell you who he helped. That word Mr. President used is a strong word. That is the word they normally use because they don't see anything civic, anything that concerns them, anything that will bring progress to their life as anything. They say who will that thing help? So it's a problem we have. So we all will join hands and in our little way continue to talk to them. In our little way, do all we can and make them see the relevance of meeting like this, relevance of being involved, relevance of getting educated, getting enlightened. All these things make up a community of people. But they will tell you, like Mr. President said, that's what they tell me. When I talk about something, they say, who that thing help? Because I don't know, they want that hot, fast money or something. Thank you, sir. Thank you, President. So we have more hands here. Mr. Ida, I want to take Omiliko first.
Mr. Chris, I want to say I want to thank the president for that response.
Yes.
I totally love it. And he talked about, he mentioned something earlier on, whereby they created a business forum and everything, but the people are not interested to follow them. But the one thing I just want to draw our attention to is the masses. The masses are uneducated. So if we continually keep ourselves on that high profile, that we are waiting to educate only the high profile ones, the masses will perish. I was privileged to be on a platform whereby there is a friend of mine who was even speaking in Ghanaian Twi. He was even speaking in Twi, their local language, to be able to educate the lower masses, because they are the ones that are many. So I think we can create platforms as well where if we create platform where people will come, they will talk pidgin, make they understand. If we talk all this grammar, and then at the end of the day, the masses will really need the information, not get them. I think we feel need some for that point. So we are getting it. They don't need some for that point to think that maybe some of them, everybody is looking for money. No, some of them genuinely want growth. So if we are creating platforms like this, we should make it open. Like I said, I wanted to share this platform on my Facebook. I tried, but there was not a possibility for the people to follow on Facebook while it is on Zoom. If not, you would have seen hundreds upon hundreds of my followers who would have been on this page, because I cherish information so much. So thank you so much for this, for the wonderful time that you have given me. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mark, please, can I chip in here?
All right, sir, go ahead.
Mr. Chris, thank you very much. I just want to emphasize on what the president has already said. It's very, very important that we should know the duty of NUNAI as it is, because so many people will look at it and say it's the National Association. But when you come inside and look at how the constitution of NUNAI is made, you find out that the ball falls mostly on the provincial association. Now, NUNAI is the umbrella that brings together all these various associations. But the problem we're having here is that some of our leaders in the grassroots are not doing what they're supposed to do. They are not informing those Nigerians on the street. And that is not what NUNAI can do, because NUNAI can't go the whole of Italy to do that. But we can circulate information. We can, send out an education. Hello, Mr. Chris.
Yes, Mr. Chris, I'll have to mute you. Sorry.
All right. So, but we can reach out those grassroots people, Nigerians, through our registered provincial associations. Now, there is something that Mr. President said before that probably most of us don't understand. Last year, NUNAI was able to sign a MOU with Chisel. That is an agency. Of course, everybody in Italy, you must have passed through this agency. It's very important. And the provincial leaders, we are informed of this. to make use of this kind of ideas because it's important. But if I tell you that most people, most Nigerians in the various associations don't even know what is going on concerning that they can go to this agency and tell them, I belong in a Nigerian association, and those people will give you the service you need. It's very important. But in a situation whereby we give information to our various leaders and they fail to take it home, now the blame is not on NUNAI. So sometimes it's a miscommunication, and I understand that people can just jump up and say, NUNAI don't do this, NUNAI don't do that. But we should also always focus issues on where they can be tackled. Because if you ask NUNAI to do, there are some things we cannot do. Otherwise, the professional association will feel threatened. So I just want to emphasize on this so that we can understand each other very well. But be that as it may, your idea, of course, will give us the new morale to keep on hitting hard on the professional association to do what they're supposed to do. For example, this particular meeting you're seeing today has been known for more than 1 week now. Now, nothing stops professional association to give out information about this particular meeting today. Nothing. Now, it's not the duty of NUNAI to do those. That does not mean we cannot be able. We will do by channeling our efforts to those others, respecting protocols, which is very, very important when you're running an organization. So Nigerians on the street should hold responsible their leaders. Unfortunately, most of those Nigerians you are seeing don't even belong in any association. And there is no way you can educate these people if you don't bring them together. It's very difficult. And the few ones you go to educate, for example, in my area here in Novara, I have been invited to so many camps where you have, say, these are our immigrants, knowing fully well that they have a NUNAI leader close here. Sometimes some of these camps will call me to come and talk to our brothers and sisters living there. It's like Nigerian movie. If you have opportunity to interact with some of our Nigerians that just recently come to this country, you will find out that it's very, very difficult for you to be able to convince most of them. They can't even listen to you. And that does not mean we will stop trying. Because if among 10 people, you're able to convince one or send your message across to one person, you have achieved a lot. So we are doing our best, and we'll continue doing our best, even though it's not easy. Not long ago, nobody had been hearing about NUNAI in Italy. Yeah? But since the advent of our administration, we focus our attention on the image, because Nigerian image as it were in this country is completely terrible, whether we like it or not. And it's here you hear Nigeria, anywhere you hear the name of Nigerians on the street in Italy, it comes with a big comma. So we've been able to, and I will tell you, it's a very big achievement on our side. We've been able to change that image. We've been able to really convince the host country here that Nigerians is not all about selling drugs on the street. Nigerians is not about prostitutes. Nigerians does a lot of things. We have a lot of individuals, a lot of course, I don't know whether you people know that we have a Nigerian senator in Italian parliament. It's very, very important. We should be channeling these kind of things to people around. So, Mr. Chris, I thank you for your question, and I emphasize on this so that at least you will get to understand how NUNAI is made of and the difficulties we are facing in the administration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's the National PRO NUNAI. Yes, Mr. Ida is still raising up his hand. Mr. Omiliko from Napoli, are you ready to make your contribution? Yeah. Okay. Omiliko from Napoli. Okay, let me give to Mr. Ida. Then, Mr. Ida, you're ready. You're open now. Oh, open your phone. Sorry, open the phone. Open the audio.
Can you get me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, for your information, my name is Inda Yusuf. If you cannot call me Inda, you can call me Yusuf.
Ah, okay.
I have to thank again Sam. I don't know how to pronounce it. The other one, I don't know.
Sam Hodge.
I think we are going to meet each other. You know, I live in France, and I think what you have said and what Uche has just said, I think it is it is heartwarming to hear that at least some Nigerians give emphasis to our people being educated. Because when you live in Europe and you go home again as an illiterate, it's a shame. But our people will not hear this thing. When you tell them that when somebody who is not educated, I mean, somehow you are diseased. You have a as if you are sick. But if you don't know and you don't know that you don't know, you are a fool forever. So the problem is when you see people looking for cheap money, when you see some young people, they came all the way from Italy, they made all these things, they came here, when they got to this place, they don't even know why they come here. The only thing they know is cheap money. But you think the Frenchman is not stupid. Well, if they came to Nigeria, to Africa to come and colonize us and take our money back, they are not going to give it to you like that in such a cheap way. But there is a way you can make your riches. That is when you are educated. That one you take it back you can take it back to your country. Because even if you have nothing here, when you go back and you are educated, you have a training, you have something, at least you have already got something. So I don't want to sort of, we'll have time to discuss about these things later. So, yeah. But I don't even know. I never knew I'm going to talk to some reasonable people this evening like this. So I'm happy. But what is, now I was thinking that what we are going to talk was going to be something about international something. But now I'm hearing so much about LUNAI. I don't even know what LUNAI is. Now from my judgment, I think LUNAI is your association in Italy. Yeah. That is very good. I never knew people were so organized like this here. But in France, I think we should have something of that nature. Somebody was talking, Sam was talking about, or Uche was saying something about, what do you call this district? I don't know, remote associations. We have it too here I'm going to say Nigeria, in France, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You meet somebody who will tell you, I don't relate with Nigerians. And I ask him, I say, who are you? You need Nigerians. Nigerians don't need you. You need Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't need you. So the fact is that we don't even know. Sometimes we talk big. Now, if you, as you people are saying, we cannot say such a thing in France here because we are not existing, and we are so many in the street. You see people, and I just guess they are Nigerians because they speak the type of languages that I don't speak. But as a Nigerian, I know if you are a Nigerian or not. I always go to them and say, "Yeah, a Nigerian." So now I'm happy, maybe from your own examples. That is why you have to relate to so many people. Some people will get educated. I'm happy that through a younger brother of mine, that is Chuma Bomochi. That's why I'm able to talk to you people. I never knew ULUNAI was existing before. So now I think it is a very good thing that we make this thing international. It's not only what you call this diaspora. There is a way people educated. Like-minded people can mingle together. We can learn from each other. There are many things we can share, so we can impact on each other. So I am just happy, and I'm hoping that we'll have time to relate together. France, now Italy, the diaspora. We may not be rich, but please, if we can strengthen, our energies to communicate with each other, talk to each other, even sort of make things possible to visit and see the progresses in each country. You can from if you tell me what is happening in your place, if you are stranded here, there's a possibility to make Nigerians, we are great. Our people, our Francophone African countries, they respect Nigerians. But when they see what our people are doing on the street, you cannot. I'm not ashamed to be a Nigerian. So I'm so proud to be a Nigerian. But when you see some people, what some of our people are doing, you can always conclude that this is illiteracy. Because if you don't even respect your flesh, so nobody will respect you. So as Uche was saying, it is the union cannot do everything for you. So, but I think every Nigerian can do something for himself. When you do charity, starts at home, begins at home. We have to help yourself and help others. So that is all. I don't want to take much of your time. Please let me stay here. And I say that please continue the job you are doing. And you people can count on me. At least I live in France, and we can share so many things together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf. Thank you so much. It's a very sincere talk, very sincere contribution. Yes, we have President. Oh, your hands are still up. Is it that you want to talk or you forgot?
No. Give it to Omeliko. Give it to other people to talk.
Okay. So, Omeliko, Mr. Omeliko, are you ready to make a contribution? I'm not seeing. Okay. He's not still ready. Okay, it's open now. We had, while Mr. Yusuf was speaking, more people were coming in. So I welcome you, President from Miss Patience. You're welcome. And I see also my good friend, Mr. Fidelis. Mr. Fidelis, you're welcome. More people are also still coming in. I hope we'll go home tonight. Some people are just coming in now. Okay, Mr. Fidelis, you can make your contributions too. Miss Patience, you can make your contribution. It's called virtual town hall meeting. So just like we make our meetings where we talk and discuss, this is that atmosphere again. So you're free to make your contributions, say whatever it is you have in mind, and but mainly on issues concerning COVID-19 and issues concerning Nigerians in Italy, issues concerning Nigerians in Europe. So you're all welcome. Mr. Chris is raising his hands there. Okay, President. President.
Yeah, are you talking to me?
Yes, your hands were up.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe I have to cancel. She did the earlier one that I brought in. But other people can talk, no problem.
Okay. Anyway, we wait for any contribution, any comments, we wait for them. Hopefully, this will be an event that will be happening. I'm taking it that we should be having it twice in the month. Twice in the month. So if you all agree, it's possible. Twice in the month, virtual town hall meeting. When the link is out, please share to your own followers and to your page. Share to your followers and your page. That's how we can reach out to all the people. As Mr. Yusuf said, it could also become a platform for real good discussions for us all in Europe, Nigerians in Europe. Nigerians in Europe are dynamic people. What you all know, I know you know this, is that Nigerian in Europe is carrying Nigeria as a nation. It is your Western Union, your rare money, your money remit that is keeping that country. So we are not a people to play with. It is your intelligence, your advices, your support that is keeping that country. So it's not an ordinary thing. We are not. This is not just about us being in Europe. It is that we are a people that are dynamic, resilient, strong, composed. I tell you, we can do a lot together if we agree. So it's a beautiful thing to be a Nigerian. I'm proud to be a Nigerian, and I know that the sky is our limit, and the best is still yet to come, because there are young Nigerians now that have so much knowledge, that have so much ideas and creativity in them. But all we need is a platform. All we need is that open door. And one more important thing, most important thing we need is being united to do whatever we have to do. And yes, we can do it. Yes, we can show the world that Africa, the Black African man, Nigerian man, is dynamic and result-oriented. So,
Mr. Mark.
Yes, go ahead, brother.
Please, I wish to I remember Mr. Chuma from France.
Yes.
There was a question he asked the Madam Yetunde concerning the authentication of a certain document. You know, a situation whereby you get a document from an office, then you have to travel to Abuja, to the foreign ministry, to authenticate it. Now, unfortunately, this is how it is in Nigeria for now. And trust me, I don't think whether the embassy in Rome or the embassy in Paris can effect any changes as regards to what we are saying now. Now, I'm going to deviate a little bit from our COVID discussion, but I want to put it out there because this is a very important platform for people to, you know, channel their opinions, to air their views, and you might never know who is listening. So we have a problem in Nigeria. Of course, everybody knows that. We have so many problems in Nigeria. But the one that concerns me mostly is our legislators. Our legislators in Nigeria should sit up, because every time you hear about the president this, the governor this, the president this, the governor this, there are so many things that is going on in Nigeria that not even the executive supposed to answer to those things. Our legislators are not doing what they are supposed to do. For example, let me tell you that the issue we are having here in Italy, whereby if you are from Sardinia, Napoli, or from Genova, from Milan, from Novara, Torino, every one of us have to travel to Rome for any kind of document you need. Now, there has been a lot of calls for the embassy to be, you know, diversified, in the sense that maybe they have consulate in some other cities, so that people shouldn't be traveling all over the Italy to get to Rome. Now, this issue, of course, we know that it is not the power, it's not the embassy that can effect this kind of change. But the problem we're having in Nigeria is that those people who their duty is to make law forget what they go there to do. They will be there thinking they are constructing road. I will listen to a legislator and somebody who is contesting for House of Assembly is telling his people, you vote me tomorrow, I'm going to do this hospital. You vote, of course, we know that in Nigeria, voters, of course, judge politicians based on physical development. But the fact is that if you are going for any House of Assembly, both national and state legislators, you should know what your duty is, their priority first. For example, the issue of this documenting is what is obtainable recently. But our legislators can also make it very possible by making a law or passing a law. There is nothing stop foreign ministry in Abuja to have, for example, a representative in all the local government in Nigeria. That is achievable, and that is the duty of our legislators. There are so many issues that are begging for people to form a forum, for people to form a law. But no, everything we are talking about in Nigeria is about how to fix a NEPA, how to sell oil, how to construct road, there are so many social issues that is going on in the world now, and nobody is talking about making those laws. No, I don't know, and don't tell me it's all about being uneducated. I don't think so. It's just that our people usually does opposite of what is expected of them. But we can never give up. So I brought up this issue to answer from what Madam Yetunde said. Of course, I understand that the foreign ministry, any document that goes beyond the border of Nigeria has to be authenticated by the foreign ministry. But there's a way you can do it, whereby stopping people from traveling all the way from wherever you are to Abuja. It can be done. But the problem is that those people who are supposed to initiate those programs are not doing their jobs. So our people should know who to blame most of the times. Because when you blame the wrong person, you can never get answer. You should channel your anger, you channel your question to the right person. Tell that person who is going for state legislator or national assembly, stop talking about building bridges. It's not your duty. You can effect it. You can bring the president of Nigeria to your constituency to do something. Yes, as an executive, we understand. But what is it that you have done as a legislator? Which law have you ever created, or have you ever enacted, or have you ever proposed to affect changes in your constituency? That is where we should be channeling our view. And that is what we should be discussing as young people, because you can't just continue to shout and shout and shout at the embassy. The embassy can't help you. Just like Madam said, they have their parent body. They have their parent body there in a, excuse me, oh, please.
Yes, the next one.
They have their parent body in the foreign ministry. And so everything they do here they are answerable to them. So we shouldn't always, be angry at the wrong person. I understand there's a lot of anger. And anywhere we see a government official, and okay, somebody like me who is a PRO of NUNAI, I'm not even I don't want to call myself a politician, because I've always known that being a politician is a very big word. It's a very big word, because I don't give 100% of my energy as the PRO of NUNAI, because I don't eat from NUNAI. I have my family, I work, I do what I want to do. It's a voluntary service. And we know we can do better if we have a lot of time and a lot of funds, So for those people that are at the embassy, like Madam Yetunde, those people are more or less civil servants too. So we should know how to channel our anger and frustration sometimes. Just like the president was saying the other time, some people went to embassy today to complain about a lot of things. Some leaders, professional leaders, concerning NUNAI. But the problem there is this: most people who are complaining all those things are the ones who are accusing NUNAI of romancing with the embassy. They are the ones who are calling embassy name, calling the ambassador is a stupid man, he doesn't know what he's doing. But when he favors them, they can always demand for an audience. So in as much as voters, as citizens, we have our rights, we should also know how to channel it. So Mr. Chuma, I understand what you're saying, and you are very correct. There is no need for people traveling, just like we are traveling from here to Rome. Before Nigeria embassy can have a consulate in Milan or Bologna, for example, it is the duty of the National Assembly to do that, because all of those things go to the budget. But they won't. They are thinking of how to build mansions in their own villages. So that's the problem. And the whole frustration now will be dumped on the embassy. See, somebody like me, I have been accused on a lot of things. Madam Yetunde don't even know me. I don't think, maybe she's just seeing my face for the first time. I speak with a lot of people in the embassy, but I've never seen them before. I can't even remember how many times I've traveled to Nigerian embassy, because some of us, we are busy and we are contented with what we have. But I have been accused of doing a lot of things with the embassy who don't even know who I am. So you see that the problem is channeling your anger to the wrong person, and it's completely wrong. So that is why I don't want Mr. Chuma to feel that maybe his question is a wrongly placed. No, it's not wrongly placed. It's just that to the embassy here cannot be able to do that kind of thing. It's absolutely impossible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, in the absence of no more contributions. Okay, we want to bring this. Mr. Yusuf.
Yes.
Just
2 minutes, please. Because if not, I talk too much.
Okay.
And what is important is that because Uche has delved into so many field of thoughts, so many things to think about. Well, what I'm saying is that let us give a date for the next sort of this webinar of a thing,
yes,
so that we can really have an agenda, and at the same time, because me, I have so many things to propose. Like Uche was talking about the lawmakers. I have so many things to talk about, and even in the Constitution of Nigeria and what is happening, because the diaspora, we have a lot of impact, as my brother the PRO was saying just now. I've forgotten your name. So the problem we have is that we don't even know how useful we could be. we have the possibility. I was even one time telling somebody that we could be voting from here. It's our responsibility. The PRO was telling us just now how much we send to Nigeria every day, and it's something. So if we cannot contribute to electing our people, those people who steal from us, if we cannot actually even contribute, even say revoke them, it's unfortunate. These are things we should fight for. And we are living here. We are all belonging to Nigeria, because every dream of a Nigerian is to go back to his country. And now with Internet of 18, you can stay anywhere and remain a good Nigerian. This is what and I'm so happy that maybe through you people now, through the Lunia, I don't know what you call you yourself, it may be possible, because this is a way of reaching to our people. So thank you very much, and I'm happy. I have to leave now. Thank you very much. I hope to be there next time.
Yes, thank you. So I mute everybody so we can make the final conclusion. I want to say thank you to Nunai. First of all, to the Nigerian Embassy Rome, Madam Yetunde. Thank you so much for honoring this virtual conference town hall meeting. It's an honor. We are privileged to have you, and we hope that you will go back home to relay some of the ones that needs to be addressed in the embassy, and probably bring answers next time. Thank you so much, National President of NUNAI. NUNAI is Nigerian National Union of All Nigerian Association in Italy. NUNAI, Mr. Yusuf. So, Mr. Samson Hodge, I personally thank you for honoring. You want to say something? Mr. Samson, you want to say something? Okay, it's open. We lost the contact. Okay. I want to thank Mr. Uche. Uche is the national PRO for NUNAI. And yes, we lost you, Mr. Sampson. You want to say something? Open your phone. Your phone is off.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm greeting you. I'm greeting you.
Ah, you're greeting. Okay, I saw your hands up. So I see also my big brother here. I see Bolaji Adedayo, Mantova president, the national Mantova region president. Mr. Adedayo, you're welcome. We know the mood you're in now. He lost his father some days ago, and we all send our condolences. Mr. Adedayo, situations like this requires you to be strong. So please bring that strength in you. You have it, inner strength. And remember that you have brothers and sisters in Italy, in Europe, that are also with you. So Mr. Adedayo is there. I see my brother Fidelis. I see Temi Biggie. Temi, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming back. I see Vivian, we appreciate you. We see what you're doing on Facebook. You're reaching the grassroots, like you're trying to say. And that's a skill. That's something that is not easy to do, to relate with people in that very low line. That's a great potential you have there. So keep it up and keep doing what you're doing. Remember, we're here to support you also. I thank all one of you here. Mr. Yusuf, I'm going to send the date of the next meeting. And hopefully it will be bigger, it will be better.
Okay.
Also more interesting. So on this note, we say thank you, merci to the French people here. Grazie to Italians. So we meet next time again. Have a great weekend. Beautiful Sunday and week ahead. Bye-bye.
Wow, merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup tout le monde.
Merci.
Good evening, everyone. Bye.
Okay.